Hi, my name is Florence Omotoso, a medical laboratory scientist and then an enthusiastic public health practitioner.
Yes, tell us about the public health thing.
Yes, right from when I was an undergraduate, I have this passion to impact my community beyond what the school is teaching me. So, and then if you want to impact, you need to go out there to meet them. So I volunteered for a particular organization back then, that's Global Light. And then I saw how my little knowledge can impact lives. Because, I said I'm a medical laboratory scientist. So that's the health knowledge is not general. I saw that there are things that are guiding my life, the way I live my life, the way I take my health important, which people out there do not know. So that was the major thing that made me see the importance of community outreach. And then from there, I saw the significance. I kept on volunteering and volunteering, and immediately I graduated, I applied for the National Health Fellowship Program. I was selected, and it gave me a bigger platform to impact more lives. And I would say from there, I searched for which field can I dive into that would like expand my knowledge in this, and I saw that public health is a perfect fit for that.
What do you think biosecurity is?
Of a truth, but biosecurity, to be candid right now, I would see it as two words coming together: bio and security. Bio from life science, living organisms, and security when you're trying to secure something. So if you put it together, is maybe you trying to either save living organism or protect yourself from organisms. So either of the two ways.
How do we go about biosafety? Because like security and safety sound like the same word
Yeah,
to most people.
okay. I'm very conversant with biosafety, maybe by virtue of my profession. We safety first, safety always. It's good we have passion for patient lives, but it is when we are alive that we can save our patients. So biosafety is something I'm very, very conversant with from our daily practices. If you want to work in the lab, we don our PPE, that is, we put on our personal protective equipment, we put on our gloves, our lab coats, our shoes, and all that. So there are basic practices we do to protect ourselves.
From your perspective, what did COVID-19 reveal about laboratory preparedness and biosecurity in Africa?
Truthfully, COVID-19 took us by surprise. Like no one was prepared for it. Even though I heard that the name was not entirely new, like it has existed years back. But in terms of that outbreak, no one was prepared for it. And I won't really blame the healthcare system. But then the truth is the truth. We were not prepared. Our emergency preparedness gap was there. And then it revealed to me that, COVID-19 is not a routine test. It's not something people do for checkup. It's not a regular checkup. So and then it requires a level of expertise. So in terms of molecular testing, we had professional gap. We had limited practitioners that can actually handle molecular testing, and then safety too. We are used to this basic nose mask, basic glove, basic lab coat. But then when it comes to COVID-19, you need to protect yourself. In fact, during those periods, after putting on your normal personal protective equipment, you have to don an overall. You have to put on boots. You have to like save yourself. But this came after we had lost a lot of healthcare professionals to that cause. So we were not that prepared. And then in terms of professionally too, we had limited hands that are skilled in molecular testing then.
Have you ever heard discussions about synthetic biology or engineered organisms outside infectious diseases context?
Yes,
Tell us about it.
it is when you try to mimic the genetic makeup of a particular organism. So you get, I don't want to speak too much biological grammar here. You get the genetic makeup of that organism. You incorporate it into a DNA setup, and then you use that to like um more like genetic engineering. Use it to like create another organism,
Yeah.
something like that.
Do you have any idea why we should be concerned about synthetic biology?
Well, in the research laboratory, if a virus like gets more virulent, it poses a public health threat to the whole population. So it's something that should be well guarded. The purpose must be clear. If the significance is lower than the threat, then it shouldn't be something that we should go into.
Who do you think should be responsible for enforcing biosecurity standards to ensure that no one is misusing synthetic biology? Do you think scientists should be responsible? Do you think institutions should be, or the government?
We are ought to be responsible for this, because there are times that governments will enact a policy, but it will not get down to the grassroots. So we as individuals need to take responsibility, institution needs to take responsibility, scientists needs to take responsibility, and government needs to. There should be a policy, because where there is no rule, there is no sin. So there should be a policy that guides these things. But I would say that it won't be too much if all these people take responsibility for this.
So who leads on? Because they say the job you assign to no one, no one ever does
Governments,
it.
yes, governments. So there should be a policy guiding that,
Yeah.
from the government, and then institutional support as well. And then you as an individual or as a scientist, you also take responsibility for that, but government primarily.
Do you see a role for technology or AI in improving diagnostics, surveillance, or lab safety?
Yeah, I will come from the angle of diagnostics. Yes, a very big yes, because the world is evolving. These microorganisms we are dealing with on a daily basis, they are evolving as well. They are changing patterns. I don't know if you are conversant with antimicrobial resistance, where you use a drug for a particular disease, and then after a while, the drug no longer works for them. That's because those organisms they've changed their makeup, not really makeup, like they've modified themselves. So we can't continue to use the same thing for them over time. There is a need for continuous improvement, and this is where technology comes in. It helps to improve accuracy. Imagine coming for an analysis, and then the person is HIV negative, and then they give you HIV positive because of personal error. Maybe the scientist was too tired, he mistakenly writes negative instead of positive. You know the implication of that. But where there is technology and then you use machines, the machine automatically transmits the results. There's limited chance of error, and then it improves turnaround time. There are some analyses that in the lab that will take 5 days before the result comes out. And then in that situation, the patient might have even died before the result comes out, and then you send the result, the doctor say, oh, we lost the patient 2 days ago. It's of no essence at that point. But where there is technology, you can generate that result in 3 hours, in 24 hours. So it helps to improve diagnosis, yes. It helps to improve accuracy, because quality is very, very important. In fact, it is okay to not have results than to have a wrong result. So we can't is a non-negotiable when it comes to quality, and then it helps to improve patient life generally.
In the work you do on a daily basis,
Okay.
what specific thing can AI do there?
In CLAB, we use laboratory information management system. So our machines are connected to this management system. So patient results are transmitted from after analysis to the machine, and to the LIMS, rather, laboratory information management system, and then to a part provider where the patient get to access their results. So there's limited manual filing, where you can mistakenly put someone that has maybe glucose result of 7 point something, mistakenly put 77, just a single decimal point. So, and then artificial intelligence is involved in laboratory information management system. It's very, very important. So that is one major thing.
Automation.
Yes, automation.
I was on LinkedIn the other day, and med lab scientists were sort of fighting with biochemists, fighting with microbiologists, and vice versa. I'm like, this is so chaotic, and I had to leave the whole chat. Comment on that. What's that rift about? How can we really move on from those kind of unnecessary tug of wars in the field of life sciences?
I'm glad you said it's controversial, so I think I'm safe to hear my opinion. Yes, it's not new. There is this issue between MLS and microbiology, but then for me, I believe that we should have our goals spelled out. Why do we choose this profession? What is our end goal? What is our target to improve patient lives? So if we have anything we need to do to improve patients' life, why then do we fight ourselves? Collaboration over competition. The world is wide. We can all fly. Recently, back to the COVID-19, there is a major thing COVID-19 taught me, the importance of collaboration, because when it happened, medicine, the people from the field of medicine, MLS, biochemistry, biology, they came together and then to for research to generate vaccines. And we saw the outcome. So it's not about who gets the glory. It's about what is the outcome at the end of the day. So from my own personal point of view, I believe in collaboration over competition, as long as I get my goal clear that this is what I want to achieve. I want to improve patient life. So it's fine.
One word for anyone who is in University of Lagos doing this MLS and they're like, how do I even get myself here? What's this about?
A single word: know your why. Know why you are going into the profession, because truthfully it won't be easy. There will be times where you feel like you want to fall out, and comfort zones are always easy, but if you understand your why, you know why you are going into these things, it will keep you going. So, and then be resilient when it comes to the workload, when it comes to the course content, when it comes to the laboratory posting, when it comes to things like that, it won't come easy. So be resilient, understand why you are going into this profession, know what you want to achieve from it, and then that will guide you as you move forward. And then another important thing is safety. Safety first, safety always. Prioritize your safety. I know passion is very important, but before you handle any sample, before you, even if it's your relative sample, ensure that you protect yourself, you don your personal protective equipment, you save yourself, and then you'll be able to save more lives by so doing.
We asked for one word, but you gave us like three. Oh, we'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you
You're
so much
welcome.
for speaking to us, Florence.